Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rebels offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Motion from the back. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He'll pull it down, and he gets down on the slide, and that's not the only thing down. There's a penalty marker on the field. That costly penalty will give this offense a new set of downs. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Pulls and throws off the RPO. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. So North Texas offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open. That's why that one fell incomplete.
The Mean Green will have to reach into that playbook here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense putting points on the board. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Trying to beat the D deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab, ready for the 1st down. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play forward.
There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. North Texas really has it going on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unleashes one deep. Just threw that one way too far.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. They'll give it to the back. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Indiana managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Bloomington had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here's a heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. All alone, he's got it. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The corners are walked up tight. From the red zone, looking for a space. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Rebels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. To the air on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. At midfield, he's got room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
From the gun, running back gets the gift. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. You got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
North Texas really has it going on offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Trying play action. It's complete on the right side. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown and those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Rush is on him. Back's looking for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, this offense, all of a sudden, they have some mojo, and that's a big confidence booster on 4th and goal, down close to the goal line, trusting your quarterback to make the right decision. And David, they're 1 point away now from tying this thing up late in the game.
Oh, and I say, how good do they feel? Do they want to go for taking the lead here and go for 2? This offense has been aggressive. They got some momentum. Where do they go from here?
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll move the tight end. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Quickly to the tight end. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Denton than you have for what's been a fun first half? And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at lovely DATQ Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got the first down. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
North Texas can dig into that playbook on second and short. The play action fake. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The mean green with a ton of green to cover here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He's going to take off. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Now the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
He tried to go play action, but that did not affect the defensive tackle. He was bull rushing his guy, collapsing the pocket, and he comes away with the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Setting up the screen. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. The give to the lone running back. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
North Texas lining up, facing third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got it, first down and more. Touchdown, Mean Green. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and North Texas has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Beal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy one to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And your decision to go for it on fourth down has a lot to do with your kicker. How strong is his leg? Some of these guys nowadays, they can boot the ball 50, 60 yards, no problem. Do I believe in him or do I go for it? And they believed in their offense, they went for it, and they got the first down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Now improvising. Oh, better look out. And he'll slide after picking up the first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Looking for the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
And I love the offense, man. Staying aggressive, doing what you need to do, pushing the ball down the field, still willing to throw the football late in this game. I just don't like the ending. Man, don't step out of bounds. Let that clock run. Try to get out of here with a W.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Using his feet to buy time. And wings it incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Makes the catch. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Coming to the line, looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 29. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. A bit of a roll of the dice, betting that they could finish the game, and they almost certainly did with that completion.
And I love when coaches have confidence in their quarterbacks in big situations like that. With the game on the line, go out and execute and ice this game.
To the air on 1st down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are, it's late, everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Under fire. Buys a little time with his feet. Trying to make magic with his feet. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous...
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the football bounds across the sidelines. They'll lose a couple. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Splits the uprights. Good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Fires on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Beal. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And first down for the offense.
The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice